X-Men Apocalypse has finally come out, and let's find out if it was a good movie. So I'm going to start off by saying I really was excited to see this movie, and this is also going to be a non-spoiler review right now, and this may help you. Do you want to see it? Maybe not. I hope this will help someone out there. When I heard in 2016 there's going to be so many superhero movies, X-Men for me was my number one. Okay, everybody wanted to see Batman for Superman, everybody wanted to see Deadpool, everybody wanted to see Suicide Squad and everything. I was excited for those, but I was the most excited about this movie. I have to say I was the most disappointed with this movie. Okay, man, like 2.5 hours. Like first, there was 30 minutes of credits. I can't say that's X-Men's fault necessarily. So there's 30 minutes of long, boring credits. Then it was a 2.5 hour movie. Then at the very end, it was another 20 minutes of credits or something, 15 minutes before you see the little clip at the end. I was like, oh my goodness. So the length was excessive. It was just too long for X-Men movie. I did not like that part about it. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with some of the good things. Good things, Nightcrawler. He was freaking sick, man. I loved him. Whoever his actor is, he looked great. They portrayed him great. He was a little shy, but I really liked his accent. He was foreign and everything. I really appreciated that. They did justice to Nightcrawler. Jean was introduced as Sophia Turner. I think she did a fantastic job. She's from Game of Thrones. She was really good. She's very young too, so it seems like everybody's very young. And A Days of Future Past, they pretty much killed everybody. They go back in time. They try to fix everything, and now everybody's very young. So they're introducing everybody again. Cyclops, I really liked him too, man. He was very cool. His costume wasn't phenomenal, but the character and what they were doing with him was very cool, and it fit the story very well. It's always difficult to make a non-spoiler movie, but there's so much CGI. Unbelievable amounts of CGIs where it was not necessary. I'll just talk about one thing that's not spoiler or anything. They would show like a pyramid scene, and they would show the side of the pyramid, and they showed it one time. That was pretty cool. They go all the way up the pyramid, and then they would show something like that in a different angle 5 times, man, and they would just keep going through this long side of the tunnel or long side of the pyramid, and it's so fake looking, so CGI'd. I was like, is this, god damn it, is it just gonna keep showing you CGI over and over and over? It's just so fake looking. Everybody knows Psylocke from the trailer when she did that cheesy like backflip cut thing. I'll tell you what, in the movie it looked just as cheesy. It's so CGI'd, man. I feel like they did injustice to Psylocke. Psylocke is supposed to be a very sexy character, and she's really badass, man. But they made her costume look kind of like a prom dress, but it wasn't a dress by any means. But like it had that feel to it when you see her costume and everything. I was like, is that the blue you want to go with? And it was all not sparkly, but kind of, like I said, prom dress. I don't really know how else to articulate that any better. Magneto was great. I really feel like all the actors were great. I can't say they did a bad job, It was kind of like how in Batman versus Superman, Ben Affleck did a great job. Superman did a great job, but it was the story itself which was very poor, and I feel like X-Men suffered that same kind of tragedy. I was actually very bored throughout this movie. I think they could have cut out 30 minutes, and that would have dramatically helped out this storyline because there was a lot of dead space, dead time. I'm all about stories. I really love stories, but at the same time, I'm really trying to see Apocalypse. And he was kind of small. I mean, he kind of looked like, I don't know. He didn't seem very menacing in size-wise. He did get large once, I think, maybe twice, but he didn't have that really large approach, and his face kind of looked weird. I will say he did grow on me throughout the movie, and I did start to like him, and I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. But initially, it was really tough to look at because it just didn't look that cool. I do have to give respect to the Egyptian theme that went on. I really did like that. I've always been a fan of the Egyptian theme, but it felt kind of strange. Again, the CGI, it was just all over the place. You might see 100 people that are real, and then they'll go into CGI for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you'll see just a lot of CGI and fake things going on. And I don't really like a lot of fake explosions and fake bridges and fake cars. There was just fake things everywhere that you look, and it didn't look good. I don't know if it was the movie theater I went to or what, but I'm just not a huge fan of CGI, and I have no idea how much of this movie was actual people or actual backgrounds. I felt like it was very little of the movie. And I'm not going to ruin the ending after the very long credits, but it was by far the worst ending credit scene extra that I've ever seen. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but it was awful. Okay, it was, like I said, you wait for 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes for scenes of these credits, and I'm like, let's go, come on, let's go. You finally see it, everybody's excited, everybody in the movie theater is smiling. Super let down. Worst in history by far ending extra credit. That was just awful, man. I was confused. Everybody was confused. I guess if you're huge on the comic books for X-Men, maybe you would know what they were referring to. But for me, it was really lame, and I was just extremely disappointed. There was some Easter eggs throughout it, but it was really dry movie, man. It was bad. It was pretty bad. And I'd say the main reason is because, again, I was just so excited to see this movie. Like my highs were so up there, man. Like everybody I was with, they could see me, man. I was very serious. Someone tried to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to focus on this movie because I've been dying to see this movie, and it was just a huge letdown. Deadpool outdid this movie 10 times over, and I had no expectations for Deadpool. I'd probably say Superman versus Batman was better. I hate to say that, right? Because I don't like to say Batman and Superman was good. But Batman and Superman, I would say, was better than this movie. Civil War was absolutely much better, of course. So all in all, non-spoiler, we're going to go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10. I think I'm going to go with the 5 on this one. It was just You know what I'm saying? It was pretty weak. Again, all the pros bring it up. Okay, Nightcrawler, Jean, Cyclops, Wolverine. You saw him in the trailer. All the characters were great. Magneto, Beast was pretty good, and so I can't give it a 3 or anything like that because the story's terrible, but the characters were really good. Again, I think it's just the directing of it all. Oh, Quicksilver was freaking sick, man. I loved Quicksilver, so there's no way I can give it like a 3 or a 4. It wasn't a 3 or a 4 movie. It was just average in the road. So go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. Are you going to see this movie? Did I just save you $10? Are you interested? I always tell people, if you're interested at all in the movie, go ahead and see it, okay? Don't let other people ruin it for you. This is just what I personally felt. Some people love Civil War. It says the best movie ever, and I personally thought it was pretty good, you know what I'm saying, or good. Go ahead and check this movie out for yourself. Don't take my word for it, okay? Because you never know with movies what you're going to think. And, hey, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later. All right, thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that big boy thumbs up and also check out my latest Comic-Con video at Virginia Beach. Man, the costumes were sick in that video. And right below that, I give some tips of how you can improve your comic book YouTube channel for any newer YouTubers, that are specifically trying to improve the comic book channel. I think I've got some great tips in there that will really help you, such as lighting, audio, and other things. So, until next time, I'm Comic DJ signing out.